In Genshin, like every other game, we need a functional team to be able to do big damage. But today, let's try to beat all the bosses in Genshin Impact using a randomized team. With a bit of a twist. I'm gonna explain to you why later. Hello everyone, I'm Tigris and welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, today we're gonna try to beat all the bosses in Genshin Impact using a randomized team. Now, how do we get a randomized team? For this challenge, I decided to use the website Paimon Plus. This website allows us to select all the characters that we own, and then they will randomize a team for us. For this challenge, I will be using the domain set so I can select 4 characters. Just watch, I refresh and the characters will be changed. Now I'm going to switch to the domain part and that's the team I'm going to use. The first thing I noticed was they put Furina and Ali in the same team. Furina will be useless then because every time she E or in this case use her skill, Ali HP gonna go down by half. And since Ali can heal, that's gonna cause us more than just a small problem. But then again, Ali is my strongest character. Literally my strongest character out of all my characters. She is just plain OP. So in order to make this a bit more challenging for me, I decided to make this a troublesome task for myself. Instead of having the whole team fight the boss, I'm gonna let Ali solo. And for every time she failed to solo and the other team member had to come in to help, I will do a single pull on either the standard or limited banner using this wheel. So for every boss that Ali failed to solo, I'll spin the wheel once at the end of the video. Now according to the randomized team that I chosen, let's introduce Ali's teammate. Of course the team includes of Alusino, Yelan, Furina, and Mika. I had to build Mika quickly. He was kind of the emergency case because he was level 1. So for the meantime, he's just borrowing Bennett's artifact. These are their stats. Ali's crit is a bit low. I'm still farming an artifact right now. Honestly, Yelan's build is even better than Ali. But Yelan is a sub DPS build. Plus Ali is C3 and triple crown. Yelan on the other hand is only talent 788, constellation 1. Of course she's running the best of slots, including weapon. This is a stat, you see 65%, it's actually pretty high. Then we got Furina coming up. You seen her stat. She is basically ER build. Is this girl ever crit? That would be a miracle. Just joking, just joking. She do crit most of the time. Her talent level is 688. And last but not least, we have Mika. His talent is 576. He's an emergency build case. So he's borrowing Benny's artifact, running 4 place noblesse, Fervenius Land, his best weapon. His stats are pretty average. He's mainly there for burst support. He's only C0, so yeah, if his damage is pretty low, you know why. Hopefully there's no Mika main watching this, because I'm sorry, it's not that I didn't build him properly, I don't have the resources. I only have 1 week, remember? Alright, let's get this started. No point holding back now, Ali. Try to solo it all, I do not wish to spin the wheel for Mondstadt. Not to brag, but I didn't bother to speed up the fight at all. Each of the fight is already few seconds long, there is no point speeding up anything. This video is already gonna be very short. To be honest, I don't think Ali gonna have much trouble until she reads like some of the stronger Liyue bosses. Mondstadt is not much of a challenge, but at least you have to watch out her HP because she is really squishy Sino. You're looking at one of the squishiest DPS in the game. She can take a hit, but you hit her more than 5 times she's dead. Of course on my main team there's always a shield, #Zhongli, so Ali can do whatever she wants. But right now she's soloing and there's no shield on the team anyway. I do not know why I get this team, but we're just gonna play it by that. I always have the impression that when I randomize the team, they're gonna give me a team that is functional. Putting Furina and Ali in the same team would never benefit any of them. Alright, Yelan might benefit from both of them, but That doesn't work that way. You're supposed to work together with all the teammates. Probably why I decided to do an early solo. This way she won't get infected by Furina anyway. Just to tell you, if Ali do get killed during the solo run, Furina and Yelan will just finish off the boss. Hopefully. By the way, the punishment for getting wiped is still the tempo on the limiter banner. So let's say Ali get killed, Furina and they'll have to finish the fight together with Mika, otherwise I'll do a tempo. The cubes are really Ali's biggest nemesis. Not because of their HP are surprisingly low. She just one-shot them. Or one rotation it. It's more of their mechanic. All the cubes have weird mechanic that Ali need to deal with, and it takes time. For Daylift, aka the cryo hypostasis, this one Ali actually need to watch out. The damage it does is huge if we make a mistake here. Luckily his HP is so low anyway. Ali does not have the fastest charge attack, but it's still quite fast. I think Furina's charge attack is still faster. Those icicles are dangerous. If we take the whole rotation, I'll be dead. Oops, I always forget that it doesn't auto aim. And just like that, the last cube. Give me another 3 seconds, and this will be over. Time to move on to the weeklies. Andreas, here doggy, I came back to play. Actually, this boss is really dangerous. His hit is very unpredictable, but not impossible to dodge. I am still unable to one-face him. I just don't do enough damage. Maybe when I get C6 early I can. For those who don't know, if you can hit this boss below the 50% HP, like really below the 50% HP, you can skip this entire phase. He will enter phase 2 immediately, without needing to run around the arena like crazy. The problem is, the moment you reach 50% HP, he triggers this phase. So your damage before the 50% has to be really huge. I'm talking like 1-2 million huge, not like 1-200,000. C6 early will give me 600% burst damage, extra burst damage. That is the only way I can one-face Andreas. I'm going to try to get the last 3 constellation during her rerun. That is my goal right now. Now it's time to move on to the Valin. For the Valin is a bit tricky. I have a real difficult time getting her Bond of Life here. In other words, it's hard to get infusion. The good news is, my Ali is triple ground. So even without infusion, her normal attack hits like a truck. Of course, we won't be seeing 90k or 80k. All we're going to see is about 8-9,000. It's still pretty high. Plus the Valin does not have that much HP to gain with. And her E2 works. It's just the infusion will be so minimal. For some reason, the cross does not activate when you put it on the Valin. She did get a bit of infusion after this, but it lasted for like 5 normal attacks, which is pretty low for Ali. Of course, even 5 normal attack is big, because we're talking about 20-30,000. Just burst to finish this off, just in case he fly. And just like that, Mondstadt is finished. Well, that didn't take very long. The entire nation took about 9 minutes. That is pretty quick. Unfortunately, I don't think Adi can hold up the time record in Liyue. There are more bosses in the other nation. Mondstadt only have 4 open world boss. Compared to the other nation, we have 6 or 7 open world boss. It's understandable how she finished Mondstadt so quickly. Plus, most of the bosses in Mondstadt only have like 200,000 HP. Compared to the millions in Netland, this is nothing. As per usual, Liyue will be out on Saturday, so let's see how many bosses can Ali solo there. That was going to be harder because we have bosses like Swani, Izuha. Even the Pyro resist find going to be a problem. That boss got 70% resistance to Pyro. Anyway, thank you for watching guys. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye bye.